It's Rob. Welcome to Axel's Garage. All right, so we're in day 6 of the lockdown, the zombie apocalypse, the COVID-19 lockdown, and we've been doing a lot of stuff around the house, on the cars, on the outside of the house, but now we got rain for the next 2 days. Actually, the rain was supposed to come this afternoon, and we woke up this morning to get some work done in the yard, and it had already started to rain by the time we got up and got going for the day. So we're going to come down into the closet, air quotes, closet that we're building. And we have done a little bit of work, not a ton, down here. We kind of put it on the back burner over the good weather this spring, fall, summer, and now in the winter we did a little bit of work. We really didn't hit it like we wanted to, but we got some work done, and let me grab the camera and I'll show you what we're up to, and I'll show you what we got planned. Alright, so on the outside we got one wall, the sheetrock is up, it's not fully nailed off yet. We got our doorway, and this wall, same thing with the sheetrock. I think this sheetrock is nailed off, or screwed off. And then we'll come around to the other side. You can see we got one board in place, and this board we don't have up yet because we got a lot of cuts to do around the framing or structure of the house above us. And then on the inside, we just got a mess. But we did get up in the ceiling, and we did insulate, and we did put pipe insulation on all the pipes. Well, most of the pipes. We got a little bit more to do there. And then I just wanted to start laying out our pallet siding, so I did it on this wall because this wall is not going to have any electric in it. So I was able to run it all the way up, and it looks pretty good. And this is just pallets, raw. You know, some of them are weathered, some of them got paint on them, but we haven't treated them or done anything to them. All we did was break the pallets down, we nailed them up onto this wall, and came out pretty good. For what we were looking for, we liked it. We're going to do some of this wall today. So we put our measurements up here. This is what we're looking for. We got a 5-inch, we got a 15 3/4, an 11 7/8, a 33 goes all the way across, and then a 27 3/4. And those are to mix and match all the way through, and to be able to use a lot of the cut pieces that we have, because there's a ton of waste if you just stick to, you know, 1 or 2 measurements going across. You know, maybe if you put one going across here, that's 33, and then one, and you do 2 bigger ones, like one to here and then one from here to the end. You wind up wasting a lot of the pallet wood, and then you're going through pallets like crazy, and breaking them down does take a long time. So we're going to do the bottom half of this wall today, because we're going to have to stop where the electrical is going to be, because there's going to be a light switch here. And I actually have this 2x4. This 2x4 is 16 years old. When we built the house and we were doing the electrical, to keep everything consistent, we took a measurement, which is written on here. It's kind of faded and went away, but it's 43 1/4. And what it is off the subfloor, right? You put that there like that, and then that's the bottom of your box for your light switches, so that your light switches are at the standard light switch height. And every light switch in the house is the same exact height, because you do develop a little bit of muscle memory when you flip a switch. You walk into a room and flip a switch, it's always at the same height, and you'd be surprised you do develop that muscle memory. So we got a little bit of cleaning up to do. Our work table has really become a disaster, and we got wood all over, so we're going to get to that today, and we're going to cut a bunch of pieces that we could find at these lengths to use up some of the scrap that we cut off to do this wall. And I'm not really trying to do anything, you know, matching color or texture or even thickness for the most part, unless it's a really thick piece that'll look stupid. But you know, some of them are a little thinner than others, some of them are a little thicker. We're just trying to keep pretty much, you know, the pieces this height here the same in each bay, because like this one's a thinner one, because then it'll really get crazy. But we're going for like a rustic look. It doesn't need to be anything, you know, 100% perfect. I think once it's all done, it'll look pretty good. The only thing we really haven't figured out yet is what we're going to do with this wall here. we started bringing it across. You can see we got a bottom plate running, we got a top plate running, and we stopped the studs in about 1.5 feet or so. And we really haven't figured out what we're going to do in this area yet. The fridge that you see there, we want to put in this area right here, facing that way. So we really haven't figured that out yet, and that's why we didn't frame this wall out yet. We're going to leave this till the end, and then figure out exactly what we're going to do with this wall. Alright, so with the scrap that was on the side, we actually got a bunch of pieces cut to our 5-inch. And now we got to cut some to our 15 3/4 if we have 15 3/4. So we'll check with these. We got 15, and then our next biggest one is 27. So these definitely ain't 27. So if these meet the 15 3/4, we'll make these, some of these, some 15 3/4. We can't cut too much because of the height of each board. We got to make sure our heights are even. All right, so I've been down here working with the big dummy, and we got a piece of sheetrock, a full board up on this wall on the outside, and that involved some cutting and stuff, and wasn't easy to do. And then we did about half the wall over there with the pallet lumber, which just requires a lot of cutting. So I was cutting and throwing the pieces to Robbie, and Robbie was nailing them off. Then what we did was we put a box in for our light switch. We got we're gonna put 2 outlets on each of the bigger walls. So we got one in so far. We're gonna clean up some stuff, put that one in, then put our work table over to the side, and then get the other outlets in. And I think we're gonna call it a day for that. But I'll give you a once around once we get everything all set up. Alright, so with the help of the big dummy there, alright, that's nicey nice. We got our switch in with a little piece of 2x4, the same thing with the boxes back there, and the one over there. Little piece of 2x4 attached to them. We couldn't do that one because that box is different. It didn't have a hole in it, so I had to drill a hole in that box. But we did that so that when we're running the pallet boards, we have something to nail to when we go around the outlet. Metal boxes, yeah. Using metal boxes because that's what we have in stock at Axel's Garage. We're trying to use up whatever we have laying around in the workshop that we were cleaning out. So we got this one all nailed off, and we'll keep working our way around. So that's it today from Axel's Garage. A little quick update on our closet. Hope you enjoyed it. You know, we are using building materials that we found in our old workshop cleaning up. And I'm going to sneeze from all the dust. We've just been... It's a little dusty. Wow. We just swept up all the sawdust, vacuumed, and tried to neaten up so that we're not stepping over everything. But look at the... Alright? Nice backdrop here for shooting some videos. I know it's a little close right now, but I'm trying to get the image in place. But yeah, as we're cleaning the workshop, and we're finding out some old metal boxes that we had collected over the years, some old light switches that were still good, and some short lengths of wire that if they're long enough we're going to use them. They just cut lengths that we had left over from full rolls when we were building the house. A lot of building materials that are left over from building the house 16 years ago or so when we did a major renovation on this 100-year-old home that we're in. We're trying to use up that stuff because either we're going to use it now or just got to throw it out, and because it's just too much shit around. So that's our little update. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching.